Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
We have completed menstrual cycle. Only one more slide is remaining under menstruation. So last class we had completed what is meant by menstruation, the difference between menarche and menopause, all that we completed. One of you tell me, how is menopause different from menarche? Anybody?
Ma'am,
Yes.
menarche is the first menstrual flow, and menopause means this menstrual flow stops.
Yes. Yes, correct. Their menopause?
45 to 50.
45 to 50 years of age. So let us continue. Menstrual cycle is a cycle of events which includes the maturation of egg. So during menstrual cycle, you know that once in every 28 days an egg is being released. So 1 month, the whole 28 days, the menstrual cycle, different phases of menstrual cycle will happen, and it includes the menstrual cycle. See here in the figure, they have given 28 days, and the entire 28 days make up menstrual cycle. So different changes are taking place during each step. Different phases are there which you will be learning in higher classes. But for the time being, you should know what are the major events happening during a menstrual cycle. Egg gets matured, it is released, then thickening of the uterine lining in order to receive the fertilized egg, and breakdown if fertilization does not occur. So these are the three major events taking place during menstrual cycle. So menstrual cycle will be completed in 28 days. Then again the next cycle starts. And what are the major events taking place during menstrual cycle? The egg gets matured, maturation of the egg. Once it is matured, it needs to be released. You call it as ovulation. What is ovulation? The release of matured egg is known as ovulation. First, the egg gets matured, then ovulation or release of egg takes place. Then the uterine wall gets thickened to receive the fertilized egg, and in case fertilization doesn't happen, breakdown of this lining takes place, leading to menstrual flow. In case if a lady becomes pregnant, you know that the zygote, the fertilized egg. So only when the fertilization is taking place, that is leading to a series of events which makes the lady pregnant. Zygote is formed by the fusion of egg with sperm, then you call it as fertilized egg. Once the egg is fertilized, you call it as zygote. Once zygote is formed, it undergoes division. Previous chapter you have learned, it undergoes repeated division and forms an embryo. And this embryo moves down and gets implanted on the wall of the uterus, and further development takes place in the uterus. In case the uterus is receiving a fertilized egg, menstrual cycle will not take place until she completes her pregnancy. So long as a lady is pregnant, the menstrual cycle will be withheld or it will not happen. Understood? So once the egg is getting fertilized, the egg will finally, after formation of zygote is undergoing repeated division, forming an embryo, then it will get implanted on the uterine wall. And when this embryo is undergoing further development in the uterus, till the lady completes a pregnancy period, or we call it as gestation period, that pregnancy time. So long as the lady is carrying the child in a womb, we call it as gestation period. You don't have to worry about it. So long as the lady is the lady is pregnant, menstrual cycle will not take place. Hope you are getting the point. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
But if the fertilization is not happening, that fertilized egg the egg which is not fertilized along with the uterine lining will be shed off from her body, leading to
Menstruation.
Menstruation or bleeding. I'll repeat once again. Menstrual cycle is a cycle of events, and there are different major events taking place during menstrual cycle. So the three main stages are formation or the maturation of the egg, release of the egg, or you call it as ovulation, because egg is ovum, release of egg is ovulation, and thickening of the uterine wall and its breakdown if fertilization does not happen. So these are the three major changes or events taking place during menstrual cycle. Once again, maturation of the egg, release of the egg or ovulation, and the thickening of the uterine lining and its breakdown if the egg is not getting fertilized. If the egg is getting fertilized, then menstrual cycle will not happen. As I told you already, the lady will become pregnant and she'll complete her pregnancy period. And once she delivers, after she has delivered the baby only, the menstrual cycle will restart. Menstrual cycle is regulated by hormones. So there are several hormones which regulate the menstrual cycle, or else we can say that hormones or menstrual cycle is under the control of different hormones. In higher classes, you will be learning about the role of different hormones in menstrual cycle. Anybody wants me to repeat it?
No.
Okay, so we can quickly summarize. Menstrual cycle includes some major events, and menstrual cycle we learned it is under the control of hormones. But what are those events? Three major events we discussed. Which is first one, Alana? Which is the first event taking place in menstrual cycle? We discussed about three events. Alana Jinsen, Gobi Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is the first one?
Ma'am, the uterine wall got thicker.
You are going backwards. That is the first step we discussed. Alana, which is the first step we discussed? I'm not able to hear you, Alana. Check your microphone.
Ma'am.
Yes, Alana, which is the first step?
Menstruation.
Maturation of the egg. Second, Ashmit, second step. Second event,
Ovulation,
ovulation. What is ovulation, Ashmit?
release of the matured egg.
Yes, good. So first one is maturation of the egg, then release of the egg. Then comes the third step. Raulga, which is the third step? Raulga. And Liam, which is the third step? Thickening of?
And thickening of uterine wall and breakdown if fertilization does not occur.
Very good. So these are the three events. Why some of you have turned your videos off? You don't want attendance, children? Varada, Evelyn, Tia, Safa, Alna, Sarhad, and Alan Joy. For your kind information, if videos are off, don't expect attendance. Now let's continue. Now we are going to learn about a very, very important topic, that is sex determination. Sex determination in human beings. Sex is determined, like whether a newborn child or whether the zygote will develop into a boy or a girl, that's decided by certain chromosomes. You know what are chromosomes, isn't it, children? You know what are chromosomes? You have learned the chapter cell. Where do you find chromosomes? Where do you find? Anybody can answer. Where do you find chromosomes? Don't know? Where do you find chromosomes? Do you have chromosomes in your body? Nucleus. Good, Varada. Inside the nucleus. And every cell in our body is having nucleus. There are many cells in our body, millions of cells. Each cell is having a nucleus. Inside the nucleus of each cell, you can find chromosomes. And who can tell me It's a GK question. Who can tell me how many chromosomes do we have? Huh? Let it be a guesswork.
I mean humans.
Ah, yes, it's fixed for each species. The number of chromosomes in human beings is not the same as that is found in other organisms.
Ma'am, 23 pairs.
Very good. 20, not from the textbook, no, Verda? You knew
Ma'am,
it.
textbook only.
Okay, very sincere. 23 pairs or 46 chromosomes. If the number changes, if from 46, if it goes to some other number, definitely you will have some abnormality, some chromosomal disorders will be there. But for a healthy, normal human being, it is 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs. Okay, but in the gametes, in eggs and sperms, it will be only half, means 23, not 23 pairs. Why? Because when sperm combines with egg, 23 plus 23, then in the zygote, 46 or the normal chromosome number can be maintained. What you need to know is all cells in our body except sperms in males and eggs in females have 23 pairs of chromosome. In a paired condition, 23 pairs or 46 chromosomes are there. But in eggs, just 23. Sperms also only 23. Why? Because when sperm combined with ovum, just imagine, just like any other cell, sperm is having 46 chromosome. Ovum is also having 46 chromosome like other cells. But when they combine together, how many chromosomes will be there then in the zygote? 46 plus 46?
92.
92. So that is why in gametes, the chromosome number will be half as that found in other cells. So 23 in sperm plus 23 in ovum, fusing together in zygote, there will be 23 pairs of 46 chromosomes. Okay, all those you will learn in detail in higher classes. Okay, children, so we were discussing about sex determination. The sex of the child is decided by father or mother. Who has got a lead role?
Ma'am, father.
Mother.
That is also from the textbook, no, Varada?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Okay, it's father. You know the reason, Varada? No.
No,
Reason
ma'am.
you don't know. Okay, that we will learn. The chromosomes of father is deciding the sex of the child. Whether the child will be a boy or a girl is decided by the chromosomes present in father. Now you might be thinking, how come mother is not having any role? I'll tell you how it is happening. We all have 23 pairs of chromosomes. But let's see how we categorize the chromosomes. As I told you, we have 23 pairs of 23 pairs, that is 46 chromosomes are there. Out of this, 22 pairs, both in males and females, we call as autosomes. Autosomes, which will be same in both males and females. 22 pairs of chromosomes. Out of 23, you call them as autosomes. But one pair, together it will make 23. 23 pairs. One pair, we call it as sex chromosome. One pair is known as sex chromosome. Okay, I'll repeat once again. We have human beings, all human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of this, 22 pairs will be similar in males and females. You call it as autosomes. But one pair makes the difference. And you call that one pair of chromosomes as sex chromosome. Now let's see what is the difference between the sex chromosomes in males and females. In female, the sex chromosomes are X and X. But in male, the sex chromosomes are X and Y. Okay? That Y makes the difference. I'll repeat again. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. 22 pairs are known as autosomes. One pair is known as sex chromosomes. And these sex chromosomes are different in human males and human females. Females have a pair of X, two X chromosomes. But in males, they have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. Clear? This much is clear? Now, I'll write it again here. Male is having X and Y, whereas females is having 2X chromosome. Okay? And when the males produce gametes, they'll produce gametes, isn't it? Male gametes or sperms. Females also will produce gametes. That is egg. And here we call it as sperms. And 50% or some of the gametes or sperms produced by male will have X chromosome. Some sperms produced will have Y chromosome, because I told you already, in gametes the chromosome number will be half. It is not in paired condition. Either it will have X or Y chromosome. Whereas in eggs, all the eggs will have only one chromosome, X, because there is no other option. All the eggs or ova produced by mother will have the sex chromosome X, whereas father will produce, or male will produce, two types of gametes, some with X chromosome, some with Y chromosome. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now just, you know that in fertilization what is happening? Egg is fusing with the sperm. Egg will fuse with the sperm in fertilization. So if the egg is fertilized, no matter whether how many number of eggs mother is producing, all will have, no matter how many eggs she is producing, all will have the same sex chromosome X. There is no chance of any other sex chromosome, because she produces, or she is having only one type of sex chromosome, that is X. If the egg is fertilized by sperm having Y chromosome, the zygote will be having X and Y, and the zygote will develop into boy or girl? X and Y, boy or girl? Boy. But if the egg is fertilized by the sperm having X chromosome, zygote will have two X chromosomes and the child will be a girl. So that is how we say, or that is why we say that father's sex chromosome decides the sex of the child, because mother is not having any choice. She produces only one type of eggs. The difference lies in sperms. Some sperms with X chromosome, some sperms with Y chromosome. If the sperm with X chromosome is fertilizing the egg, the zygote will have X and X chromosome and the child will be a girl. But if the sperm with Y chromosome is fertilizing the egg, the zygote will have X and Y chromosomes and the child will be a boy. Now we will see the explanation given. Gender of a child is determined by the combination of chromosomes in the zygote. All human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nuclei of their cells. 2 chromosomes out of this, that is a pair, we call it as sex chromosome, X and Y. A female has got 2X chromosomes. She'll be having 2X chromosomes, whereas a male will be having 1X and 1Y chromosome. Okay? The gametes will have only one set of chromosomes. I already told you they'll have half the number. The unfertilized egg, which is produced by the mother, or which are produced by the all the eggs which are produced by the mother will have only X chromosome. Means as the sex chromosome. Okay, the sex chromosome present will be X. Autosomes will be definitely present. We are not considering it now because we are discussing only about the sex chromosome. Sperms are of two kinds. Some will be having X and some will be having Y. If the sperm with X chromosome is fertilizing the egg, then the zygote will have 2X chromosome and will develop into a female child. Whereas if the sperm with Y chromosome is fertilizing the egg, the zygote will have 1X and Y and will develop into a male child. And the flow chart also, it's clear. Father is having X and Y chromosome, mother X and X. So male can produce two types of gametes, some with X and some with Y. Whereas mother is having same sex chromosome. All the eggs will have X chromosome. And if the egg is fertilized by sperm with X chromosome, zygote will have two X chromosomes and will develop into a female. But if the egg is fertilized by the sperm having Y chromosome, the zygote will have X and Y chromosomes and will develop into a male child. Are you getting?
Yes,
Am
ma'am.
I clear to you? Anybody wants me to repeat it again?
I can show the last.
Previous one. Okay, wait. This one, Midhan? Is this the one you want to
Yes,
see?
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes. Okay. Okay. Is that fine?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay. All human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes or 46 chromosomes. Out of these 23 pairs, one pair is known as autosomes. Sorry, 22 pairs are known as autosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes are found in all human beings, and out of these, one pair you call it as sex chromosomes. Remaining 22 pairs we call as autosomes. This much is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Autosomes and sex chromosome. And the sex chromosomes in males, which are the different sex chromosome? X and
Y.
Y. And in female, X and X, only X, 2X. Whereas in males, X and Y. And females, all the gametes or all the eggs produced by females will have X chromosome. She is not having any other choice. Only X as the sex chromosome. Whereas when the males are producing gametes, two options are there. Some of the sperms will be having X chromosome. Some of the sperms will be having Y chromosome. Okay. X and Y cannot come in pair. Why? Because I told you in gametes it will be half the number.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Ashwin, pause the recording.
You heard it or not, in between there was a connectivity problem. If, I'll repeat the question, you need to answer. If the egg is fertilized by sperm with X chromosome, the zygote will have 2 X chromosomes and will develop into a,
Ma'am, female.
yes, girl child. And if the egg is fertilized by the sperm having Y chromosome, the zygote will have an X and Y, and the child will develop into, zygote will develop into
Boy.
boy. So you have understood the concept. Okay. Now we have one more topic to complete. Again, we'll be meeting again on Wednesday. So same chapter, you can revise and come. And if you have any doubts, mark that also. So those topics I can repeat again. So by next class, we'll be winding up our portions for this academic year and we'll be starting with the revisions. Okay?
Okay.
Bye children. See you next class.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.